Hey everyone, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, and I've got our 7.5 non-powered Glueon mount kit here. This is actually our control head portion of it, that being the screen that you control everything through and see everything that's going on through. This is the Helix 7 DI GPS product on here, and I wanted to show you how I've said, when you get a non-powered product from us, what we're really saying is that, well, you're going to have your own battery somewhere in the bottom of the boat. I've got a 10 amp hour battery I put in here. I've actually added our cable assembly here, so it makes it really easy just to connect and disconnect. So you can see the fish finder's power has just gone out. You can see the cable assembly. You actually just crimp it. This will come with, or you can buy this under our accessories page if you have a non-powered kit and you want to add this to your non-powered kit. You crimp these on to your power cable from your fish finder, and then it gives you this plug right here, as you see. And then you can just have the other plug. This is the battery power plug cable, and this is the fish finder power plug cable. Fish finder power plug cable that goes to the fish finder. Battery power plug cable that goes to the battery. And it has the F2 terminals here, you can see. And boom, you can just plug it in and power up your fish finder. So our powered kits would be something like a 2.9 AH or a 5 AH or a 10 AH. You would suffix, or the prefix of the kit or the mounting product would be suffixed with one of those, like 2.9 AH, 5 AH, 10 AH. And what that means is the mount itself contains a battery within it already. But our non-powered stuff does not have that prefix, because it's assuming that you're going to have a situation like this where you're going to provide your own battery. Maybe you want to buy our battery from us, a battery from us. You can get our batteries on accessories, by the way. And maybe you get these cable assemblies. A lot of times guys have the Minn Kota motors on their boats, electric motors, which have a really big deep cycle on them. 50-pound thrust, whatever they are, and they'll also run their fish finder off that same battery that's powering their electric motor. So you can do that as well. So the other thing I want to say is this is a 7-inch fish finder here, the Helix 7, a 10 amp hour battery. That's the biggest battery that we supply in our kits right here. 10 amp hour, 12 volt 10 amp hour battery from fishfindermounts.com. That will run a 7-inch screen for a good long day out on the water. But if you start getting into a 10 or a 12-inch screen, like a 12-inch screen, you're gonna need like a 30 or 40 amp hour battery to run that fish finder all day long. That's a big screen. The screen is the thing that sucks all the juice from the battery mostly. That's the thing that's taking up all the power from. So a good tip is to actually turn down your backlight here. You can see I have it on 10 for the sake of the video, but this is still fine. I can see this fine. So this is going to preserve battery life, and you'll be able to run your fish finder longer on the battery that you're using. So if you have, going back, we'll just turn this back up again for the sake of the video. If you have a 12-inch screen or a 10-inch screen, even a 9-inch screen, we're going to say, look, don't buy anything powered from us. Don't buy our powered mounts. Don't buy our 10 amp hour kit is what we would recommend, because we're assuming that you're going to want to run your fish finder for a good long day, say 8 hours, 9, 10 hours, maybe 12 hours on the water, somewhere in there. You can obviously turn off your fish finder when you don't need it on during the day. You can turn the backlight down. A lot of fish finders have power save modes. Humminbird, I haven't seen. This one particularly doesn't have it. It's nice when they have them. Like Lowrance is good with that, and so is Garmin, where you can it goes into screensaver mode, or it shuts the screen off, keeps bringing the transducer, but it doesn't run the screen, which sucks the most juice from the battery. So when you get into these big finders, we're gonna recommend our non-powered fish finders, like you say, like I showed you earlier, our non-powered fish finder mounts. That's what we're gonna recommend. This 7.5-inch plate, you can see it, you can swivel this 360 degrees and then lock it back down from fishfindermounts.com. You can call us at 1-855-784-3474. to get your amazing fish finder mounting solution that makes your fish finder portable, by the way. Take it with you, what have you. But anyways, going back to, you know, you have a large gimbal bracket, you know, there's holes that fit most of all of them, but if you have a really big 12-inch screen or whatever, you can drill your own holes in this plate here, the 7.5-inch plate. You know, your fish finder is probably going to be somewhere in this range here, and you can secure it down on this guy, non-powered. You have your battery, like you see in this situation here, in the bottom of the boat somewhere, and your fish finder connected to that. So that would be, again, you're getting beyond the 7-inch screen up into the 10, 12-inch screen sizes. We're going to always recommend our non-powered kit, unless you're a guy that's, say you have a 9-inch, 10-inch screen, and you're like, well, wait, I only go out for about 3 or 4 hours in the day on my boat. Yeah, you could maybe get our 10 amp hour powered kit and run that fish finder for that duration, but beyond that, no. That would be the 7-inch or below. So 7-inch screens, we're always going to recommend our 10 amp hour kit. 5-inch screens, we're going to recommend our 5 amp hour kit, and 4-inch screens, 5 amp hour, or even our 2.9 amp hour, depending on what your usage cycle is. So when you call us, just let us know. What are you doing? Like, you're fishing for a good long day out in the water? You got a 12-inch fish finder? You got a 10-inch fish finder? Well, we're gonna go to our non-powered kits, like you see here. So this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, showing you our non-powered Glueon kit here. The Glueon transducer mount actually is right here. So this is the kit. I don't have the transducer mount all installed right now. I didn't have it with me. I've actually got our bolt-on magnetic transducer mount here. So you can see right over here, that employs the use of a magnet that has been screwed on to the outside of the transom of the boat here. This is an inflatable boat, so it's a wood transom. As you can see, it's about 1.5 inches thick, somewhere in there, maybe 1.25 inches. And the screws only go in 1/2 inch deep on this guy. So you can see it right there. Everything you need to mount your fish finder and transducer in this non-powered Glueon and bolt-on magnetic transducer mount kit setup here. But our Glueon system would look like this. Full Glueon system would have this, your holster mount, I can show this. You can see this in other videos that we have on our YouTube channel. This guy here, our Glueon transducer mount with a Glueon. I've even got another one down below here, in fact. And actually, what we should do, I'm gonna give the camera back to my camera lady here, and if she can have a look, I'm gonna show you what it would be like. Our full Glueon mounting kit here. I'm glad that I had this piece in there. We're going to take our Elite 5 total scan transducer and use it as an example. Here. So here it is here. It's not the same transducer for this, obviously, this screen, but this will give you a good mock-up of how it works. So our Glueon kit, we're going to want this to go parallel to the hull of our boat when we're doing it on the side, like we have it set up right now. Set that guy in. This is our strap-on transducer mount part right here, this piece here, and it actually works with our Glueon holster mount, as you can see right here. So I put it up higher on the side here just for video purposes, so everybody can see it really easily. It's not really long enough right now at this point. Well, I guess it is. It's just long enough to be in the water right here, and there you have it. Our Glueon transducer mount. So this would be the kit right here. The Glueon transducer mount and our Glueon control head. This is the 7.5. The 4.5, which is right next to it on our website, in shop inflatable boat mounts. You'll see this Glueon kit, non-powered, right up there at the top, I believe, right now at this point. There's a 4.5 and a 7.5. The 4.5 is this plate here. You can see here, right here, folks. It's 4.5 by 4.5 in size, and it's going to be where this, you have a fish finder with a single mounting post like this Elite 5 Ti right here. If the camera can see the details here. That's a 4.5 system. But in this case, I've actually got mounted the 7.5, and I've said that before, right here. The 7.5 by 3.0 mounting plate for the large gimbal bracket. And a gimbal bracket, in case you guys didn't know, the gimbal bracket is what you see here. This is a gimbal bracket right here. It wraps around the bottom, or maybe sometimes right around the face of the fish finder, where this is a mounting post style, where it's just one post coming up to the back of the finder. So these guys tend to be wide and narrow, so hence the wider and narrower plate. But with the mounting posts, these tend to be very square, or even circular, as like in the Dragonfly Ray Marine series. So you have a deeper, a greater depth to the plate, and a lesser width to the plate. Lesser depth, but greater width. So this is Wade, again, from fishfindermounts.com, showing you a Glueon fish finder mounting system here. Everything you need. A Glueon non-powered. So this is our 7.5 Glueon non-powered kit. Again, the 4.5, same exact thing, just has a different mounting plate here. And you can get this at fishfindermounts.com. Call us at 1-855-784-3474 to get your amazing fish finder mounting solution from us today. And look at the little fishies in here. See them? Right over there. Just getting ready to be gulped up by a nice big bass. Thanks for watching, everyone.